For any job, we want to have the best people. We say that we want to put the right people into the right seats. That means that we want to select the best people based on their merits. Merits are your true colors. Your merits are who you are. They reflect your intrinsic qualities, values and character. Who you are at your core. They exist whether or not they are recognized or lead to achievements. Achievements are more like the painting that others see. They showcase your merits in a visible form. So to show your merits, you need to achieve something and get recognized for it. You start with your basic abilities, then you put in more effort, which also increases your abilities, and the more effort you put into something, the faster your abilities grow. To see it that way, you also need a specific mindset, a growth mindset. You need to believe in yourself and in your self-efficacy. Obviously, when you start your career as a young wannabe software engineer, you can successfully run a large software project with dozens or hundreds of engineers working together on a large code base towards a hard deadline. You just don't have the experience and the ability. You have to learn that step by step. And that is what our engineering levels are for. They are a curriculum to teach software engineering step by step. Starting out as an individual contributor and junior software engineer who is responsible for a small set of user stories, up to a principal software engineer who runs several large software projects with many teams and many deadlines. To climb up the ladder from junior over mid-level to senior software engineer means that you have shown that you are able to handle an increasingly larger scope of work. We define scope of work as the size of the accountability you are able to handle in terms of timeline, budget, and complexity. For a junior software engineer, the scope of work might be one man day for a single user story with a complexity of less than 200 lines of code that has to fit into a larger code base. For a mid-level software engineer, the scope of work might be 20 man days for an epic that is delivered within, let's say, 2 iterations and a couple of thousand lines of code. Once you are able to handle your scope of work, you can level up to the next engineering level and become accountable for a larger scope of work. And the higher you get in our engineering level pyramid, the more you become a teacher for your peers, because you have been there and done that and went through all these levels yourself and have shown your true colors.